Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Guy Factory. It's me, Ulysses. Today, we're going to be doing a walkthrough for Act 1, the first 4 stages. So we'll go ahead and start up. Alright, so I'm still fairly new, but I've beat the game, and I'm just going to point out some tips and some tricks along the way on these first 4 stages so that we can make it a little bit easier for you. Alright, so we're going to do this on Recruit, just so that we don't have to die mid-match and really have to buckle down and try hard. Although, you have to try hard regardless. Act 1. And we're going to select the starting point. So, we're going to do the Devil's Return. The Devil's Return. We're going to do the walkthrough of that. So, we're going to start with Resurgence, Tunnel of Blood, Pain Train, and then Crossing. So, let's go ahead and get into the Devil's Return. Alright, so you can apply these tips and tricks to the to every gameplay level. So we'll go ahead and skip through the cutscenes. I'm sure that we've all seen them by now. So I'm going to play as Holly. I'm going to try and specialize in a melee, in a melee character. Only reason I'm doing that is because I'm not comfortable with it, and I am just trying to get better at it. So for the sake of me just getting better while I'm playing, I want to try something new. I don't normally go melee. I'm normally mom, and I normally set up as a sniper.
It's really dangerous,
so
and I could possibly die? Well, sign me up.
I'm going to step out of my comfort zone for the video. Alright, so starter. We're going to go with our starter ones because I'm not going to go with anything I've already built. We're going to do a starter one. Alright, so our starter deck, that would be the deck that you have to work with. All the cards that are involved with your addition to the game. So everything that you're going to be adding into the game, like as far as defense buffs, or damage buffs or whatever that you're going to give yourself, bonuses and boosts. So corruption cards are the ones that are going to work against you. They'll work against you randomly though. You don't get to choose those. The game just kind of throws them at you. So let's go ahead. Right now, no one left behind. We need to complete the level with all 4 cleaners alive to earn. So 500 copper. So these are random. This isn't going to be the same every time. So every run is a little different. My starter card is my free card that they give me, so I have a second chance. That's a defensive card, which gives me 1 extra life and 5 health. I also get to pick a card. Me, personally, I usually go with stamina, but I start with the combat knife. I start with this combat knife so that I can, instead of just punching, I can stab. So that turns into a melee weapon. And for starters on Recruit, I have a way that I build that just helps me get through the game faster. So these are my active cards, and you have these slots available. Alright, so first off, we're going to start by seeing if we have any weapons that we can improve on. So is this shotgun better than the shotgun I'm using?
We can survive this.
Rover 2, this is Hope 1. Do you copy?
This is Rover 2 to Hope.
Not really.
Over.
Need all cleaners back at the Ville. Pronto. Hard copy?
Yes, sir.
Hope 1 out.
Well, you heard the general.
Alright, so I'm going to run with the same loadout that they start me with. And so what we'll do here is, I know level 1 because I've played it so many times. So level 1, I know if I'm with my team, I'm going to need to put my money together. But I have bots, so I have all the money. So I need to put the copper together with my team to either get one of these 2, which you can't in the first level, so don't worry about that. So what I'm going to do, since I know this level, I'm going to get a toolkit. I'll get a toolkit. One of your team members can pick up your stun gun. The bots won't do it because they're NPCs. Alright, so I got the toolkit. And that's, you got, on Nightmare, you're going to have to put your money together in order to get that toolkit. Alright, so I'm just going to run it like that. I'm just going to have that only. And then we will deal with everything. I'm going to pretend, I'm going to take off some things to allow me to pretend at least a little bit like I'm on Nightmare, so that I don't want to use too much resources, because you're not going to have as much resources on Nightmare. So before you open the door, just kill the zombies that are near. I mean, why not clear your path before you have to actually put yourself in harm's way?
Anyone catch the weather today? Wondering if I should bring a jacket.
On Nightmare, creeping around is not a bad idea. But your bots will give away your position for sure.
Make room! Let's go, Dottie.
Okay, get the money.
SMG over here.
Alright, we got Fat Boy, so we run away from him, because he's gonna explode. And then we shoot. Careful on Nightmare mode, there is friendly fire.
Do we have a plan? Or are we, you know, winging it as usual?
So when you're searching things, you can look behind you. And I recommend that for sure. And melee becomes pretty OP if you really level it up. I was playing with it on Nightmare, didn't really get an opportunity to check it out too much because I kept dying.
Razor wire here.
Excuse me! SMG!
And make sure you're always looking out for the wall traps. Those wall traps, man, they'll give you a bad day real quick.
This way! Coming through!
Exploder! Incoming!
Got exploders behind us.
All over me!
You see, I wouldn't be able to be this relaxed on Nightmare. This is a very relaxing gameplay on Recruit, especially
SMG over here.
level 1. But it ramps up. It really ramps up in difficulty. So melee, I mean, just because you think you're gonna go in doing something doesn't mean you're gonna be able to. Because if you get those charged zombies with the, you know, the ones that are on fire, the exploder ones or whatever, you're not gonna be able to melee those guys very easily because they cause damage to you. So this is Recruit. I don't see like any.
Friendly fire! Cover me, reloading!
I don't see any real wall traps around here when there's normally a lot. There's normally at least 5 in this little area alone before we cross the bridge. So there's things here. I mean, now that we're here, we have some loot that we're not using, so we may as well get
I'll be
everybody
fixed up
healed
soon.
up.
Appreciate it.
And I always like to check that before I move on
You can always
from
count on
any kinds of loot that
bandages.
would be left behind
Can't have you
otherwise.
bleeding to death now, can we?
Watch out, tall boy.
Are those tall boys now? They got a weak spot, and melee works pretty good on them. It's hard to dodge them though if you don't do it really quick.
Ding
Reloading.
ding, we got a winner.
Melee works really well on them, especially if you level it up.
Exploder!
Oh. Alright, the bots took care of the exploder. I think he fell to the floor?
Stinger there!
Need this.
These stats are really easy to read, so you can tell what goes up and what goes down, if it's worth picking up. Where is this thing?
It's like the collapse all over again.
So generally speaking, if there's no horde countdown happening, you could sit here and wait for the next. Let's get that. You can sit here and wait for the next couple of mutations to spawn. Like here it comes. So let's say you don't have a toolkit. I'd sit here and wait a couple, like 30 minutes, 45 seconds maybe, for that crusher to come, because it will spawn in every now and then they'll spawn in the mutations. And then before you cross this bridge, you can even make it a little easier for yourself by throwing a pipe bomb or a grenade or something over there into the window, because that's where you're going. Now this here, as you can see, it says hold E to lower the bridge, and if you do that, it'll call the horde. If you do that, you need to run back here or something. Run back here and get into this corner over here.
Over there.
Or you can run back here, which is safer, and get into that corner over there. And then you'll fight the horde until the music goes away and there's no more zombies coming after you, and then you can go forward. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my toolkit instead. It's going to lower it quietly without calling the horde, although a couple zombies may hear it. We'll take this with us because there's usually something up here that we can use, and then we'll just, you know, bring it with us. Now there's usually
What's that?
a wall trap right here, or there, or right there. Maybe one right here. We'll throw this out there, and we'll see if we can call. Oh, there's the big boy.
She scored!
Alright, so on recruit, that kills him in one hit, the tall boys. We got some gas here. Got another baseball bat, but I already have one. I just like doing that. It's really unnecessary for me to do that. Toolkits can also be used for these doors. And so now 2 of your team members can bring a toolkit and you'll get some good stuff out of there. So you'll get a bunch of copper, you'll maybe get some weapons and some attachments and stuff like that. Alright, so we have an exploder coming. Mind the fact... Uh-oh, the bot just died. Fell to their death. Alright, so be mindful of these edges here. When the exploders come, they will explode you down to there and you'll die. And be mindful of waiting around. Don't wait too long because a horde will spawn in, and those guys will come, like those mutations. So now here goes the crucial part. Once you get to this point, on nightmare mode, you're gonna want to do this really particular. You'll need to do it quick. So this is how we do it. This is how I do it on nightmare. When I have no cards to work with, when I have no boosts or anything, when I just have to use my skill, I clear out as much as I can here. If there's any materials in here, I'll take the grenades or whatever I can find in here and I'll throw them down there. I'll explode some stuff when the zombies start coming in, because this will be more hectic during a nightmare run. So I'll have them all and I'll just throw my grenades right down in there, over there, or whatever, my pipe bombs. So I'll just do that now. I'll throw my grenades just to clear out the way. Careful, because there might be birds down there. So you just use your judgment on that one. And then what we do, normally I would just run straight through, but we have our bot here. So this is going to be out of the normal.
Hold on. We're here.
Oh, thank God. We thought we were the only ones left. We could really use some assistance. We're pinned down in the altar.
Sniper should be focusing on weak spots. And that hunter should have been gone, or that stinger should have been gone a long time ago. Alright, so now pretend like we didn't drop down there and we're just gonna...
Did that hurt?
Now the birds.
Jesus, where did they all come from?
Alright, let's not die. Make sure you kill those stingers, because they can get you from far away. Remember, when you're running and sprinting, let go of your sprint before you press the jump, or else you will waste a ton of energy or stamina. Let's see if we can get all of our team here.
Sorry, my bad.
We have a stinger down there. Looks like we're good to go. See, I would just run all the way. I wouldn't even turn around to help my bots. Not on nightmare, at least. But this is easier, so we'll just jump in. I would normally go back for that grenade, but not on nightmare though. Not on nightmare. So I'm pretending like I'm on Nightmare, but like I'm doing the stuff that I would do on Nightmare. But go back and get all those things. Get everybody filled up as much as you can before you close that safe room door, if safety allows you. So we'll keep going. We still have all our continues, and we're ready to keep going. So key points on that level: get a toolkit or two to drop the bridge quietly. The biggest killer of that is the bridge. So get a toolkit at the beginning of that level. Put your money together to get it. All right, birds. Our corruption cards are the cards that mess us up in the game. All right, so we don't want to trigger any alarms or any birds or anything. There's going to be a lot of birds though. So now we're going to have to really be careful of all the birds. So now when I don't have any cards built up for the starter deck, I normally just stick to stamina, because I just need all the stamina that I can get because I'm normally running. So we're going to go ahead with the stamina. And we may change it throughout. So let's go ahead and check and see if there's any guns around in the area. No guns here. So let's look in here. So we have a team. We have enough for a team upgrade. So I'm going to give us a team stamina upgrade. And then just for good measure, we're going to bring a toolkit again, because we don't want to be triggering those alarms, but we may have to because we have bots. They won't open those doors for us. So we're going to take our bandage, because it's going to come in handy on Nightmare for sure. I like pills a little better. I like pains a little better, pain meds, because they give you this temporary. It's quicker to use, but although it is temporary. So for a lethal, I'm going to take a pipe bomb, because I know that there's going to be a horde on this level. I know there's going to be a horde, like crazy hordes on this level, and I need to get them away from me. So that's all we can really do. Actually, no. I'll take this, just in case, because I know that we're going to be fighting a big horde and a big dude. So this is the level for the ogre. So this is what you can do here. If I have anything, let's say I didn't want to take this, let's say I accidentally bought this gun, or I want to buy some more things, I will buy, let's see, we'll buy some pain meds too. All right, so as you can see, my little guy right there, my
Suppose I should prep for our next outing.
bandage is on the ground. So what we want to do is we want to clear out all the zombies that are here first, like usual. And if you can get a mutation to come over here, if you shoot in the area, any zombies that hear that will start walking over there. See, they come over. And then we got another one climbing up here. Alright, so just make sure that there's no mutations coming. Wait a couple seconds or minutes or whatever before opening the door. And then the mutations should come and you should be able to kill them. Go ahead, open this door when you're ready. Find the mutated. So this level doesn't technically start until you guys drop down there. So don't drop down yet, and we'll show you a little trick. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna clear out all these zombies right here. I can see them from afar. The less zombies that you have to deal with when you get down there, the better, because you're gonna have a situation. Do not shoot the birds. Do not walk by the birds. Do not shoot near the birds. They will call the horde. As a matter of fact, while you're in the safe room, if you can get an angle, you can throw a grenade or something over at the birds if you know where they're at. And then you can stay in the safe room while the horde comes, and the birds won't be there when you go out there. But that's, up to you. Try to figure it out. So it looks like we've cleared out most of the zombies. It doesn't look like we can see all the way over there, so let's try to look. If I shoot over there and there's a zombie over there, zombies will come. So I just shot a couple. Alright, so we got, yep, there goes the mutation. So we found the mutation, found a zombie. Alright, so shoot in the direction, and then the things over there will see it. And then they'll come. Now we've dealt with him easier. He can climb up here though, so kill him before he gets over here. Alright, so I think that's it. We'll fire a couple more shots over there just to see. And we'll fire them over there. I don't think I hit over there yet. Yeah, so we got a couple more coming. Alright, so I think that that's it. If not, we can take care of it. Alright, so like I said before, I wanted to take my stuff with me. So I'm going to step to the edge. I wanted to take those pain meds, like in case I did. So I'm going to step here. Drop that. I wasn't close enough, so I'm going to step a little bit closer. Then I'm going to drop it. Wasn't close enough, so you got to figure out where you got to be. If you go over, you're over, you know, so. Oh, we got a stinger. Be careful. Usually we have more than just bots watching this, so. So now I think we're good.
This is why I never carried a purse.
And then it fell down. Alright, now we can take this. Because, you know, we can't get back up here when we drop down. So now we have meds down there in case we need to run back and get those meds. And that's also in case we don't find any meds along the way. Alright, now that we've killed those couple of mutations, we should probably make our way of it now before the next ones come. Careful of the birds. You don't have to be right next to stuff to pick it up. There's a Molotov over there, but I'm too scared to get it because I might set off the birds.
I haven't seen this.
I mean, on recruit, it's not too big of a deal, but it still can get pretty bad in the next, like in the further levels down. So now, right here, pretty much right there, where it says 9 meters at, actually probably the 10-meter mark. That's pretty much where we are going to be. I would stop right here and don't cross that line until you fired some more shots over there, because that's when the ogre gets triggered. You'll probably have to fight another mutation or so you'll run back in that direction, careful of not to trigger the birds that are in that direction. So we'll clear out these zombies here as much as we can. More are gonna spawn, so we'll fire some shots into the gated area over there to get those zombies to come out of there. The mutations will spawn behind you for the most part. They will spawn in front of you too, so don't think that they won't spawn in front. So we're going to keep this marked right here. We're not going to pass that marker, because if we do, the ogre will spawn and we have to deal with it. So we are not going to fight the ogre. On nightmare mode, we don't fight the ogre. I don't fight the ogre until we have better cards. So when you're first running through nightmare with no cards, with not a lot of cards, you're not going to be probably... Why is that purple? I've never seen the purpleness. Alright, anyway, so with that being said, we'll fire a couple more shots into the gated area in case there are any more zombies in there. Alright, they're no longer in there, so let's go ahead.
Did you see that?
Now, once the thing happens, let's run. Because he's going to come out of that hole right there. He's going to climb out of there, and we're just going to keep running. On recruit, you can kill him. On nightmare, you can too, but it's not a good idea to try to fight him. And any mutations you see, shoot them. And then clear your way in front of you. Clear your path in front of you.
Through here. In your face.
And remember, the quick reload trick.
Here, take this.
Stay away from those doors. You can technically stand here and kill the ogre by shooting at him through this door. So you could stand here and just kill him. But I wouldn't do that in Nightmare, because the mutations will still come for you.
Almost out. See anyone's name on it?
Those mutations don't die as easy on Nightmare. So we're just gonna go ahead and run forward. So at that point, I should have used my pipe bomb as soon as I triggered the ogre. Well, a couple seconds after I triggered the ogre. So now from here, we can pretty much just clear the way because we don't have to deal with the ogre at the moment. Make sure you get your supply crates. These things will oftentimes include attachments to your weapons that will come in handy with improving each weapon. Beware though, you cannot take attachments off of guns, so be mindful of that. You can only take them off if you find another one that is the same one, the same class, different grade.
Ammo here.
And the game works pretty well from the hip. Alarm door, you don't technically have to go there. You can go right around. But if zombies make dents in the door, that means the alarm will not trigger. If zombies break it down, the alarm will not trigger. So we'll try to see if we can fight this thing with melee. Usually he should be triggered onto someone else before that happens. So we're gonna go ahead and use our meds.
No big deal.
I have a toolbox, a toolkit, so let's see what's in here. We'll check it out. Shotgun.
Shotgun here.
We'll heal up here since we can. And you guys, we have some uncommon bandages instead of just regular ones.
Patching myself
They're
up.
out there fighting something. Oh, exploder.
Holy shit.
Ooh, now we can hold 120 rounds. That's nice. Oh, so mom needs to heal. She doesn't need to heal. We'll just keep going. So we can hold 120 rounds. That attachment I just picked up was 120 rounds.
There.
SMG
Remember, mark for your team. Not your bots. It doesn't really matter about the bots, but when you're playing online with randoms or with your friends, mark the stuff. It really helps your team. Call out when you're running away and separating from the group. It's a good idea on recruit to search every room and everything, you know, to search everything. It won't necessarily be possible. I have a pipe bomb right here and nobody's gonna pick it up. So what I'm gonna do is, I don't know what's out there, so I'm just gonna, I can't carry two, so I'm gonna clear the way.
Don't see anyone's name on it. And the crowd goes wild.
This don't feel right at all.
Now there are some cards that if you mark a mutation, more damage will be done to that mutation.
Timing is
Remember, running and sprinting,
Damn, you're ugly.
I mean jumping and sprinting is not the way to sprint. So we're gonna continue.
This is what I'm here for.
I'm flattered, but I'm just not dating right now.
And now I don't believe that we have to fight the ogre. So yeah, we're just gonna continue to run. The stinger stopped me a little bit.
Exits ahead.
So make sure to kill the mutations at least.
Watching my back. You need to be watching yours.
So just run through. This would not technically work on Nightmare. You would die on Nightmare doing this. You would need to be more meticulous. But
prefer the
the
easy way
idea is to run away from the ogre and not fight him. So that's the main idea. Can we save bot? Oh, they grabbed me, so we can't save bot. Oh, we can save bot. He threw me. We cannot save bot.
I'm fine. But I should probably take care of this.
Oh, we got the axe is probably the most powerful melee weapon.
Need ammo!
Watch out!
So now I'm out of ammo.
I'm sorry. Did that ruin your day?
Over here! Here we go again!
Stronger together.
See, they can hit you even if they don't, even if they're not even facing you. So be careful about that.
I've got you. How you doing, Mom?
Over here!
All right, so Mom could have insta healed him, but she didn't.
Thanks, son.
Look!
All right, so I have some ammo, and this is the end of this level. So the safe zone is down there and up the stairs. So what you would generally do if you're safe enough is you'll just go ahead and loot this area.
Grenade!
But beware, as
Anyone's
usual,
name on it.
things
Bigger
will
they
start
are,
to
the
spawn,
faster they run away.
like mutations.
Anyone got some spare
So we're
ammo?
just gonna go ahead and get out of here. Sometimes you'll find stuff in this trunk here, like, you know, samples or something like that, and they'll be for missions. So we'll go down here, search something. All right, get your ammo stacked up. Remember to mark things.
Something's over there.
Okay, they didn't go in there. He's stupid. So walk all the way to the corner of the furthest side of the safe zone before walking in. So, I mean, before closing the door. So walk all the way into the furthest side, and then walk back and close it so that you make sure your bots come in there. All right, so that was the second stage, and we're gonna just go ahead and do these last two stages, and then we can wrap it up. All right, so. For me personally, like I said before, I like to build my stamina. So we just saw our corruption cards. Now, yeah, so this here is what I do. I just continuously, on starter deck, I just continuously stack stamina. So I have 2 stamina cards. All right. Although for her,
Pull back to Fort Hope.
she starts with a
Closing
health.
on all routes to Finleyville. We need to stop written access across the Kanawha River ASAP. That means taking out George Washington Bridge. We cannot wait for those caught on the other side. Hope one out.
So what we have to do is we have to get across the bridge. So we're going to check the shop first. Nope, before we check the shop, we're going to check around for guns. No guns, no supplies, so we're just going to keep on going over here. Alright, so we're going to upgrade team stamina again. I'm a stamina guru. And then we will get ourselves a toolkit. I always like to buy a toolkit. Once again, let's clear the way. Make it easier for ourselves. Alright, we have a pipe bomb here. Can we throw through this?
Incoming!
You cannot throw through that. So, negate what I said before, or get that out of your head, because we can't do that. We can't throw through these crevices. Alright, let's do it.
Let's do this.
All cleaners alive. Okay, so we normally would loot through here if needed. But we're just gonna run through. We'll open the supply crate. There's another toolkit here, so you can find them.
Cool.
So don't think you always need to buy one, but I always buy one just to be sure. Having two doesn't hurt either.
Over there.
And this is pretty self-explanatory. You just need to really follow this path. Follow this path and these flares that they've set out for you. Clear the way on your way. Keep moving. Just keep moving. Stick together. Keep moving. You guys can double back for stuff, but that puts you in danger. Whenever you double back for stuff, you put yourself at risk for mutation spawning. So just keep it moving forward, just like Left 4 Dead. Stay moving. Don't stay in one spot.
Eyes wide, ears open.
Don't stay in one spot for too long. Going back will risk, like just turning around, will risk a mutation spotting.
I'm sorry. Did that ruin your day?
I don't know if anyone can hear me, but our settlement is gone.
So now this is where it can get a little bit tricky. It's inside of here.
I repeat, Evansburg is gone. No survivors.
Especially when the mutations come. Says wants to use a melee, but proceeds to use a light machine gun the whole time. Okay, let's switch to our melee. I also want to test out another reload trick that I was thinking of.
Ammo. What was I thinking? Or not, as the case may be.
Alright, so just keep going in that same general direction. It should be off to the right area over there. The destination point. Once you start getting close enough, an icon should pop up to your next area.
Here. You want to keep that loaded.
So there's a tall boy behind us. They usually like to spawn behind us.
Sorry.
So we'll try out my little idea here. So we'll try reload. We'll damage stuff. Switch. So that canceled it entirely.
Ugh, they have no manners.
Alright, and it's pretty much pathed out. This isn't really open world at all. This is like straight path. So once you drop down here, you guys, you cannot get back up here. So just beware of that. So that toolkit back there, if you want to take that toolkit as well, at this point right here, you'll stand at this edge and you'll drop your toolkit.
Explosion time.
Flashbangs will cause creatures and mutations to take more damage, so I just wasted that. It'll also stun them.
Blowing rounds.
But right here will be the point on this level where you can no longer turn back and go that way. So there's a toolkit back there, there was some ammo back there, there was some meds back there, there was many things. You guys can run back if you guys have the if you guys are able to, you know. So so yeah, so basically you'll stand right here and you'll just drop everything down there, or either you'll stand right here and you'll drop it all down there. So let's see how close I can be. Careful though, while I'm showing you guys this, I'm putting myself at risk. So we'll drop the first aid kit.
Now I won't
The
feel
first
bad
aid
about
kit dropped
forgetting
all the way
that.
down there. I could run all the way back and pick up the other meds. I'll drop my toolkit here too, go back and get the other toolkit. And then once you get down here, if you need to run back to this point because you've already used something, you can. So we're just going to go ahead and drop down. Make sure you drop down right over here so that you don't damage yourself. And there's going to be some stuff in here maybe. There's like a little cave here. So there's a dead body. So now I'm going to make sure that I get my meds that are down there. And you could technically jump down there without hurting yourself, especially if you kind of like hug the wall. So there we go. Or maybe I did hurt myself, I don't know.
Cool.
Maybe I was already damaged. So now I got my stuff. and we're ready to head out. Make sure you clear a path. Clear a path. I'm not going to do a whole lot of looting because I'm pretending like I'm playing Nightmare, so this would be done quickly. If you see any mutations, you have to kill them as fast as possible. And they have so much health on Nightmare.
Almost out.
Here, ammo.
So I hear something big. And there he is.
Take it. Ammo. Use me.
Where's Stinger? Ah.
Ammo here.
So the point here, I mean, the objective here is to start the sawdust thing or whatever, so that you can climb over. You're gonna make a mountain that you're gonna climb, or you're gonna make a mound that you're gonna climb. So they got the exploder back there, and a tall boy. Be careful, because meleeing explosive items like gas cans and propane tanks will explode them.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
Stun guns, use stun guns
Way.
to get out of like grabs when you get grabbed by creatures. Alright, so if there's stuff over there,
Just here.
there's many things all around this place. But what we're gonna do is we're not gonna worry about it. We're gonna make it harder for ourselves as if we were playing on Nightmare. So open this door. Doing that will trigger the horde to come. You know, I probably should have checked to see if I could use a toolkit, but I don't think you can. Some things you cannot. So they'll come from behind you in this window. They'll come from up those stairs. They'll climb this part. So 4 people can hold down this whole place, and they'll probably climb from up here, I think.
I think they like me a little too much.
Oh, that's teammates.
Sorry. Gotta pay more attention before I point this thing. Just a little bit longer. I hope.
See, while you're reloading, you can be stabbing.
Everyone still standing?
We're all on rounds.
Watch out! Exploder!
Careful, because exploders will blast you back for like far. All right, so our mound is complete. We could technically go and loot, but we're pretending like we're on Nightmare,
Used to be a safe house in there.
and we'll do a walkthrough actual Nightmare in the future. Watch those birds. Mark the birds for your team. That way is nothing.
See that?
It's just a waste of your time, and it's dangerous to get caught in a corner. Don't get cornered, especially by those things. And you mark for your team. There'll be mutations in here a lot of times, especially on Nightmare. It'll be like a stinger or stalkers or something just like in here. There goes a stinger right here.
Almost out.
You'll be needing this.
Keep your distance, handsy. I know.
Whenever the bots say, here, why did I pick that up? Or you'll be needing this, that means they dropped you something. So make sure to turn around.
LMG.
uncommon. They're a different grade of weapons. Everything's not just regular weapons. They're uncommon. There's legendary, there's epic, rare.
She scores!
Fire doesn't do a whole lot to
Eyes wide, ears open.
the tall boys, but they'll do a lot to the exploders. Alright, remember, walk all the way to the furthest part. They'll walk in, run back, close the door. And that's the third stage of the first level, Act 1 of The Devil's Return. Alright, let's keep going. On a starter deck. So this is the final one. This is the final stage in this walkthrough. So for Act 1, let's see. So, like usual, the whole game for starter on Recruit, I just put stamina. It's super boring, I know, but I need the stamina just to get through. That's how I do it. I'm not saying that's the best way. It's just the way that I feel comfortable. The other stuff is I don't have to use that to beat the game, at least. Although there are some things that you should probably use that would probably make it easier for you. So I'm gonna just keep going for stamina, or this is health. So we got health. All right. So since we can get another team boost, we're gonna go for health. So we'll grab the health. All right, I already have a toolkit. I have 200 some left. I'm already filled up on everything besides my health. And we'll go ahead and get our health. And I'll get that attachment right there as well for my light machine gun. Although it did take away a lot of my ammo capacity. Yeah, that gives you and me a lot more. 120. But this gives me more weapon, more bullet power. But I walked out before shooting, so I mean, this stage you can't really do it because sometimes, you know, it's not facing towards them. So this stage right here, you need to get across this bridge here. This whole bridge, it's all broken, and then you have to get on that boat, go down, plant a bomb down there, and then get across. So I'll show you the way that I like that I did it when I first did it. Alright, so we'll just shoot in the general directions, kill some zombies. Get some zombies to come over here. They like sleep standing up. Nothing comes over. So I just like to run on top of this.
Team en route to blow George
There are
bridge. We cannot delay. Do you copy?
Let's do this.
Down there, there's sometimes a thing for you to unlock with a toolkit. You can get like a minigun. So we're gonna blow up this tank right here.
I just wanted to say, when the shit hits the fan, I warned you. This is the warning, in case you're not clear.
I think I gotta shoot this thing 3 times. Oh, nope, just once. Alright, so that blows up that wall. And now we run. So now these zombies will not stop coming. No matter what difficulty you're on, they do not stop. So here, at this point, on Nightmare, you're not going to be turning around helping your team a lot of times. Only because this is way too hectic. I mean, for bots at least. But when you're working with people, like actual players, yes, turn around and help your team. Unless they give you that go. Like, hey, go ahead. Go without me. Or unless you just know that there's no way for you to save them. So if I would have pressed 5, I would have been able to quick revive.
Always count on you.
Anytime you guys want to join in, fine with me. Get out of my way.
Time to take the ferry.
Alright, now we have to go onto the boat.
Ammo here.
And the first thing we need to do is we need to get to the roof of the boat. So we need to ascend.
Washington Bridge. Rover 2, if you're out there, you need to
And the way the stairs go
We
up,
won't have time to wait.
they go up to put you on the far side. So they just said they need to blow up the bridge. All right, here they come.
Gun. And just to be clear, this time I mean the seat, not the weapon.
They should have a minigun over here for you. I recommend putting the minigun right over here, right when you get here.
Weren't there more of you originally? You made it.
That way it can be used to clear out some of the mutations as it gets started. So now there's a bomb going to be over here.
Ammo.
The light machine gun. We'll open up this crate here.
We need to sink that ship and close the front. You up for the job?
Let's get it done.
Need two of you to plant explosives on the boat. The rest of us will lay down covering fire from you.
We'll open this. They have a minigun as well, so we'll get some more ammo. Now here goes the bomb. Toolkit's there.
Go back. Didn't get time to look around the first time. In the head.
Those pink spots on these creatures are their weak spots. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. And you'll have 1 minute on recruit to get back. So right now, that wave happened, and I'm gonna just wait here. This is what I would do on Nightmare. I would sit here and wait for the next wave to come. So I'll do that now. And I'll just clear them all out with my cleaners. And this minigun. And you will need to, when you see any mutations, you have to kill the mutations right away. I mean, it is imperative that you do that. When you see any mutations, kill them right away. So that was that wave. I was supposed to go right away, but I did not. But anyway, we're going to do it anyway like this. So we'll jump down. Remember, when jumping, let go of sprint. Let go of sprint. Now we have to follow that icon that says place the bomb. And once I place this, we have a minute to get back.
Bombs away.
So remember your path. And don't mess around.
Last one out.
It would probably be smart to wait down there
If you're all
for those first mutations to come.
you need to get your asses back here now.
There's a card that will allow you to sprint and shoot at the same time. I recommend getting that card when you can. And now we run. We have 26 seconds. I'll stay here for a couple seconds. But he'll stand right in front of you like a dummy. We got 10 seconds. I'm out of here. Because my team will be stuck on the bridge.
Just a minute there.
Pick up my toolkit. Don't forget that. Alright. And then there's that. We'll watch this cutscene because it's the end of... I mean, super epic. Everything is epic about that cutscene. Like, the cutscenes on here, they did a lot of work on. So, I mean, after every little thing, you can see your stats or whatever. So, and it'll tell you all the stuff. And that's the copper you gain for the next time you pick up. So, anyway, you guys, the next one we'll be doing is going to be these 3 levels here. And then we'll do these 2, and we'll do those 4. And then we'll move on to Act 2. We'll do that in the next video. If you guys haven't already, I highly recommend that you go check out the 10 tips video that we gave on the Back 4 Blood. So just search 10 tips that you must know for Back 4 Blood, or just go to the channel and search it somehow that way. It'll be, I'll put the link in the description of the video. How about that? Cool. So anyway, if you guys haven't already, please like the video and subscribe if you guys like the content. For more Back 4 Blood and more zombies, everything, you guys, please subscribe to the God Factory. Thank you so much. You guys have a great one. I'm out of here.